Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome, welcome. Wow, full house. All right, let's scrolling up. We've got Ariane, Ellen, Kenny. Hello, hello, hello. Gail, hello. Let's see. Teresa, hello. Deborah, hello. Aspie, hello. Let's see. Kenny, did I say hi? Well, if not, you get a second one. Hi, Kenny. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Shannon. Hope you're feeling better. Let's see. Am I missing anyone? Melissa, Lisa, hello, hello. Joe, hello. Let's see. Oop, oop, oop. It hopped down. Hold on. Hold on. Make sure I miss anyone. Hello, View. Hello, Sarah. Okay. Okay, I think I got everyone. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. All right, so here's the deal. I want to jump right in because my goal is to finish this on Wednesday, but I mean, we got this section done in like 2 hours. So I want to get more than that done tonight because I want Steve to be able to do his stream on Friday. So that's the plan. Steve's also in here currently. Speaking of Friday, Friday is the weekend, and Saturday. Saturday is a very busy day. Over on Suzanne underscore WB over on Instagram. I will be over on her Instagram doing an Insta Live at like, I think it's like 10 o'clock my time, so 10 o'clock Central Time. I put them on my stories today on Instagram, so if you want to take a look, that's there. And then at 4 p.m. my time, US Central Time, I'll be over on Tammy's channel where we're going to do a big old group stream and we're going to color with our non-dominant hand. So for me, I'll be coloring with my lefty. Hi, Mona. So it should be pretty fun and pretty entertaining. So nice, busy weekend this weekend. So that being said, let's dive in. I pulled out my circle maker, firstly, because I realized I haven't used it since I moved into the new house because it was buried and I had to find it. And I was thinking tonight that actually a cool kind of bubbly background would be really neat on this one. Granted, here I am telling myself I want to get a bunch done in one stream. Hang tight 1 second, chat. Okay, sorry about that, chat. We've got school starting tomorrow, so the kiddos had to go to bed at a slightly earlier time than they're used to. So, yeah, a few little interruptions. But once they're at school and they get all tired, earlier bedtimes won't be that big of a deal. So yeah, so that's what's going on in our household. I've been spending all day making sure laundry's done, clothes are laid out, backpacks are ready, anxiety is not calm. It's gonna be an interesting week, to be sure, but I digress. All right, let's jump in, shall we? So, Circle Maker, you can get this on Amazon. You can type in, I don't think I have it in the description below, but you can go ahead and type in chat ! Circle Maker, all one word, and the link should go ahead and come up. So if anybody's watching this later, just pull up the live chat replay and someone will have it in there. It's exciting, but also nerve-wracking at the same time, Shannon. I mean, obviously not to get, too much into, how people feel about COVID and everything, but there's not a whole lot of precautions that are being taken at school. And it's mildly frustrating for all parents involved. Anyway, that's a whole other issue. But yeah, so they're gonna go back. They're gonna go back tomorrow. So it's gonna be eerily quiet around that house. Hello, Sherry. Right? Yes, the Circle Maker is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start with the background first. We're gonna do some blues. So some blues, some teals. Oh, I appreciate it, Shannon. Okay, so one of the Let's Talk episodes that I'm planning out, one of the ones we're gonna do is we're gonna go in depth into Ergosoft. So I actually went on the website and I actually pulled up the names of the Ergosofts. I mean, there's no point in me learning the names just because I know them by their numbers and not their names, but it was interesting. So that will actually be, that's gonna be what our first episode is we're gonna go in depth into the Ergosoft. So that should be good. And then we actually are gonna have, I won't spoil it yet, but we are gonna have an interview for like episode 3. So I've got a whole board and I'm doing all the research and getting it all planned out. So it's gonna be super fun. Let's see, both mine had their first back in person in a year and a half. Yeah, that's gonna be us. High school for my oldest, switching school and district. Their lives, big thumbs up from both. Oh, good. I bought that because the video did with it. Oh, awesome. There's the one girl. Oh wait, it was Pamela in here? Did I miss her? I don't see it, Pamela. Well, never mind. Let's see. Oh, for the Ergosofts. I gotcha. All right, so let's start with, for the circle size, what size do we want to do here? I'm thinking the 6/8. 6/8. Sarah, I probably will too. Thankfully, Steve is home tomorrow, so we're doing the school run together. So we'll see how I am post drop off. Okay, there we go. Hi, Tanya. Oh, View is Pamela. Okay, I always called her View. Okay, I like that better. I can call you Pamela. All right, so let's take the kind of teal color, number 35. We're gonna get number 30. We're gonna get our light purple, number 62. And we're going to get, let's do our teeny tiny 25 here. Oof, there we go. And then I'm gonna get a sip of tea here. Oh yeah, I don't doubt that they are just gonna have a blast, but yeah, I'll feel better once we have them all dropped off and everything. All right, let's give this a quick sharpen here. I use my handheld one for the Ergosofts just because I like the point that these sharpen to, and also because half my Ergosofts are teeny tiny. So I have backups. I just like to use them all the way to. I kind of folks lose interest when they know it's the famous Pamela. Wait, the famous Pamela? Wait, should I know you out of the community? Hi, Marie. They left so nervous, came home happy. I was happy for them, but it got to me too. Oh, well, I'm glad they had a good time. All right, so because these are bottles, we are also going to include the circles behind, but my goal is to make the circles behind the bottles a little bit lighter. Okay, so let's see, are we in frame? Not too many shadows. Let's lighten this one more. Okay. Playing with your new polychromos? Nice. All right, so we're gonna start with the 6/8 size circle. If you do not have a circle maker, you could always just cut out a circle on a piece of paper and use that as your guide, or just eyeball it. I like to use the circle maker because it gives me the same size circle all the way around. Not to mention I have so many choices to choose from as far as circle size is concerned. With their fancy coloring. There is, yeah, there's Pamela's passion for pencils, and so that's why I was like, wait, what? All right, so you can draw your circle, and then that's when you can go ahead and bring it up. So these ones in the back are going to be a little bit heavier. And then when we do the one in the bottle, we're going to go a little bit lighter. It is, I love it so much. Well, I don't know how many of you, I saw quite a few familiar names in Sarah Renee Clark's live stream video, so that was fun to watch. After just watching that, it got me thinking about different kinds of like budget pencils and whatnot, and I definitely put the Mark Arts on my wish list, along with some other kind of budget pencils that I found that I'm curious about. Especially with the Let's Talk segments we have coming up, it's going to give me a chance to go more in depth about certain pencil brands. So I think it's because they're not just going to be reviews. We're just going to be talking about them in general, how they work, maybe a little bit of history about them, kind of how, you know, the company came about, how you use them. So it'll be a sort of review, but it's because a lot of these pencils, you already know how I feel about them. So they're not going to be complete reviews. You know what I mean? Right? It was so much fun. The colors. All right, I'll add that one to the list. I'm trying to think of which ones I added on there. Yes, it was so nice. We were all like, she needs mods. Do Tammy, do Tammy. And she's like, oh, I probably shouldn't choose strangers. If you get too lonely, too quiet, you can do a Tom Cruise movie, cranking the stereo, sliding your stocking feet and singing. You know, it's not a bad idea. Only thing is Steve's gonna be here too, so he'll probably just laugh at me as I'm sliding across the floor. Less than $40 for how many of them? All right, now we're gonna use number 25. So we're just lightly gonna be drawing in the circle here. We are going to overlap our teal circle. Okay. So like I said, we're gonna go a little bit darker outside the bottle and then we'll go lighter on the inside. You better record it? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? No, I won't have, so that's one of the reasons I wanted to do the segments, just because I will, you know, we'll be quieter, so I'll be able to record a little bit more, and I am gonna have, you know, more time on my hands because the kids are at school. So that's why I thought this was a perfect time to start these new segments. And then, I don't know if most of you know, but I do actually have another job. I work for a web company as a social media manager and content coordinator. So that also, I'll be able to pick up some more hours from doing that as well. So there will be stuff to do, but I think it's gonna be more like getting used to the quiet, you know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna make it a little bit darker here because I really wanna make it very obvious that some bubbles are behind and some bubbles are in front. I think I'm personally gonna start putting my money towards backups, better end pencils, some higher end budget pencils. Oh, that's nice. Speaking from your own experience with her? Wait. Who? Yeah, I think I missed something. Oh well. All right, so now let's jump in with the number 62. We're gonna do this one up here. Not much in the way of the bottle, but there is a little bit. There is a little bit. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. But I am really excited. Marie, thank you. Oh, look at the little pair. It says, how's it going? Can we get some hypes in chat for Marie? Hi, Angie! Exclamation point hyper. If you remember, you can use those handy dandy emotes. Thank you so much, Marie. Which reminds me, we did have a new member join off stream. I'm gonna pull up her name here real quick because I think the last name was Emilio. Actually, I can just switch over here. So this here. Boop, boop, boop. Wait for it. Wait for it. Leah Amedio, I think is what it was. But yes, so thank you so much for that, Marie. And Leah, thank you for getting the membership off stream. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Marie. But yeah, so I'll have things to do. I'll just, you know. We're also trying to keep an eye on the news and everything because things are changing rapidly. So, you know, who knows what school life will be like a month from now. For now, though, they will, you know, they're excited about going and they've got everything all laid out and they're excited to see their friends. So it should be good. It should be good. Hi, Haiti. Evelyn? Really? Hi, Mary. Evelyn, you are so sweet. Oh, my goodness. I just realized this box didn't stop and I totally left off the top of this thing. Thank you so much, Evelyn. All right, Steve, we gotta go to the post office on Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, there we go, let's shift this down. Thank you, Evelyn. Sweet lady. Need some hypes in chat for Evelyn. Thanks, View. I keep calling you View even though it's Pamela. I'll probably just call you View forever. It's a good name. Oh, wait, why didn't that work? Oh, I typed it in the wrong spot. Ah! I can't type!
we know.
Hey! There we go. And Awesome. Love hearts. It was so funny. I was watching, you guys remember I mentioned that dog, Tucker Budson, on Instagram. He's super cute, but they recently got a puppy, and it is the dog's son. Well, we were talking about just how floofy the dog was and everything, and the kids were like, well, we get a dog, can we name it Floofy or Sploot? And I'm like, let's discuss dog names for the non-existent dog later. Hi, Tanya. Named him Todd, right? Oh my gosh, it is the cutest flippin' puppy ever. I'm telling you, golden retriever puppies are so cute. If you guys didn't hear it last time or anything, but you can look him up. He's Tucker Budson on Instagram, and they've been posting on their stories the puppy. So if you need some puppy medicine, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Right, Shannon? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. I mean, I know there's a lot of like talk about, you know, whether or not you should get a purebred or a rescue, whatever, but I'm sorry, there's something flippin' adorable about them bringing home their dog's son. Like, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. All right, and then we're gonna put just a little bit of purple there where it's a little bit lighter. All right, and then let's do the light blue. And we're gonna put the light blue here. So we'll go through the bottle. We won't do the leaf. The leaf will be in front of it. There we go. Right, Shannon? He's just so cute. Okay, so number 30 is the blue that we're gonna use. Hi, Renee. Okay. So all of the darker bubble is going to be out here. I realized after I saw Johanna posted somebody, like she reposted somebody's planner, I realized I never pre-ordered the Johanna Bass for 2022 planner. So I went ahead and pre-ordered that today. I'm excited for her new book coming out in October. I mean, how crazy is that? We get 2 books in 1 year. What I will say, all puppies are cute. It's the fact they grow up kind of like kids. Little kids are cute. Teenagers not so much. Aw, thanks, Pamela. I've been inspired.
I have been inspired with you coloring this page and have done my interpretation of your style in my book.
I don't mind.
I hope that you don't mind.
Thank you, Pamela.
Thumbs up.
I need some hypes in chat for Pamela. Use those handy dandy hype emotes. Thanks, Pamela. I appreciate that. No, I love it. Like, I wouldn't do this if I didn't want people to like copy or take inspiration. In fact, early on, I posted a video of, I'd like a pup, but a small enough one in case I'm unable to walk every day that use puppy pads. Those little Pomeranians. I know they're yappy, but those are cute. I've always liked Pomeranians. Oh crud, what was I saying? Steve, what was I saying?
No.
Steve, you're not even listening?
Sorry.
Rude. Crud, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh well. All right, we're gonna do the lighter one here. Hi, Rhea. All right, and then we're gonna do lighter blue here as well. I feel like we should add in, like an orange bubble. Yeah, it totally left without me. That happens all the time. Like, you ever like know, like you go to the other end of the house for something, and then when you get there, you don't remember why you're there, and you're just standing there like staring off into space? Those are the moments Steve looks at me, he's like, what's wrong with you? I'll be like, yeah, there's a list a mile long. Oh, right. Thank you, Shannon. Early on, I did a page in Hannah Carlson's of a bird. I want to say it was Summer Nights. Hi, Terlin. And I did, she's off being manly today. Okay. I did those kind of purple stripes going down from the wings, and a bunch of people like loved that. And I don't even know, I wasn't doing live streaming then. I was just uploading. Thanks, Shannon. I was just uploading videos, and then all of a sudden I started seeing all of these purple birds with the streaks, and I was just like, holy heck. And so it was just kind of cool that people liked it enough to go ahead and try it for themselves. So I was just like, oh, okay, you know, I didn't draw the other circle on that again. I keep thinking it's the edge of the page, but it's not. There we go. All right. I'll get her off track again. Happens all the time. But no, seriously, like I'll go to the kitchen for a glass of water, and I make it there, and I'm just like standing there looking at the pantry of all things going, why did I even come down here? Like, oh, and I'm using number 4 for the orange. I'm like, what is even happening right now? I'm just so just, my head is just full of air. Hi, Ams. Thanks, Kenny. Okay. All right, so that's that one. Let's add some more of the teal right down here. Okay, we're gonna have quite a bit of light teal because a fair amount of that is behind the bottle. But yeah, but when we get a dog, I've always had my heart set on a golden retriever, and I mean, gosh, after seeing Todd, it's just like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. Tanya, I spend a lot of time looking at the pantry too. Mary just walks in and you're just staring there and like, what are you doing? Dreaming, daydreaming. A funny thing is, so Steve he does a lot of the grocery shopping and everything, and he went and got the grocery shop, words, exclamation point words. Oh my gosh, words are hard. He went and picked up the groceries, and I didn't know it, but he had picked me up some gluten-free Oreos, and like a day and a half had passed, or maybe like a full day, and I had been in the pantry multiple times, and it wasn't until like a day later that I even realized, and they were right there, like right on the outside of the shelf, that I even realized that he had got them for me. And I was like, oh, he's like, yeah, it's been in there for a bit. And I'm like, yeah, my bad. My absent-mindedness is, I get derailed many a times. Colorist influencer, right? Oh, I love it. Yeah, when do I move from colorist to influencer? I mean, what exactly is the definition of influencer? I mean, like, because I don't post all coloring things in my stories. I mean, I post a lot of cat stuff. There's a lot of cat stuff there. And I had my sewing machine the other day. So I don't know. If you all ever see me posting selfies, though, that's when you got to message me and be like, what happened? Did you get taken over by an alien? Because that's not, I can't do. Even if I was comfortable with sharing my face like all over the place, I've never been a selfie taker. I just feel weird doing it. You just focus on what you're focusing on and aren't easily distracted by incidentals, i.e. Oreos. Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty distracted by Oreos. I mean, if he had set them in front of me, I probably would have stopped doing whatever I was doing and then eaten a whole row of Oreos. Okay, so we're using number 62. Yeah, I love this circle maker. I've had this since college. I took a 2D design class and we had to have it for that, and it has been immensely helpful. You just need a selfie stick? Oh, God, Shannon. Hi, Tracy. No, Steve. What? If I ever buy a selfie stick, will you just like take it away and throw it across the road? Yep. Okay, thank you. I can't buy a selfie stick. I has Oreos. I will share. Yay! Sherry will share her Oreos. Okay, so 62. So I was taking a look at Angie's wonderful schedule. I changed it for myself so I could see what everybody like when everybody was on Central Time, so I could see when the gaps are. And man, Saturdays are pretty packed now, and Sundays are pretty full too. There's some time before Corey streams, so I was thinking that I'll just do my week long of streaming like I did before and stream at like 8 a.m. And then that way, I mean, because honestly, there's really, unless I want to just get up at like 4 a.m., there is really no one time in the entire week that is open all over the place. So I think I'll probably do 8 a.m. again for the week-long stream. And then after the week-long stream, that is when I will start posting the episodes of the Let's Talk segment, and those will go out on Saturday mornings at like 8 o'clock. No, he'll take selfies with it. Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen you take a selfie.
Just like if I'm taking pictures with the kids, like
that's
on the
fair.
couch or something.
Yeah, but you're not like positioning yourself in front of the window trying to get your best side.
No, I am.
Honestly, if I walked into Steve like taking selfies, I would be like, who are you taking selfies for? Like, I'd be concerned.
My fans.
Your fans? As long as it's not your only fans, we're good. Okay, all right, backtrack. It was the anti-selfie stick until I realized it was there only to get Hub's kiddo and myself in the same picture when we are on vacation. I keep thinking I need to get one. Let's see. Right, Deborah? When is the week-long stream? So I'm not going to do it this week, but I'm thinking next week. So I'll start on the 22nd and go through the 28th. Because I didn't want to do it the first week of school, just because I don't know how this week is going to go. I didn't want to commit to something when we already have a big milestone going on. So I'm thinking the 22nd through the 28th, and then after that we will start posting maybe the morning of the 28th. I'll start posting the first episode. She lives for selfies. Hi, Marilyn. No, he does not, Evelyn. It was a joke. That's the plan, Shannon, but it'll kind of depend on how much we're overlapping, because I know that you stream at like 9 or 9:30, and I didn't want to overlap too much. So those ones where people are streaming at like 9 or 9:30, we might cut them a little short. So yeah, I was looking at the schedule, and 8 just seems to be the best time, and I don't really want to get up any earlier than that. Well, I mean, I will, because I have to drop the kids off, but that will basically mean that I will drop the kids off and then like rush home to go live for the stream. All right, so number 4. And then after that, we'll be back to regular streams. Wednesday seems pretty wide open as far as people streaming. So what I'll probably do is move Wednesday's regular stream to like probably a 10 o'clock stream. So that way I have a little bit more time after I drop off the kids. And honestly, after looking at how open Wednesdays are, I was just like, I think I kept the 8 a.m. because that's what time I did the everyday streams before. And 10 a.m. I think will be a little bit easier on everyone. You know, 10 a.m. is like 4 p.m. UK time. Unfortunately, it's middle of the night for Australia, but Australians will still have my evening streams, which will be their normal times. So I'll write this all down. Like you don't have to remember it now. I'm going to be making announcements, and I'll be changing my description in the YouTube like about page. So I'll let everybody know what it is, but I'm doing my best not to overlap anyone too much. And you know, it's just sort of, I want to do them to sort of kind of kick off the segments, a good way to give it a little bit of momentum. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Wait, what? Why are we streaming for a week? It's just something I wanted to do now that the kids are in school, kind of a kickoff to the Let's Talk segments. So I've been telling Steve that I want to go ahead and do that again. Obviously, it's not an all the time thing, but I definitely want to do it again. So that's why we're going to do that. Not this week, but it'll start next week. So we'll have to come up with a really good page for us to work on that week. All right, so let's shift over here. This side, we're gonna use the number 35. All the streams run into each other. I'm never sure whether it's the current one or the last one or the one before that. Yeah, there are some overlapping ones. That was actually something I thought was interesting when I was going through, and because, you know, they're in UTC time, but, you know, unless you're super good at that stuff, like Angie, because she's amazing at that, my brain has such a hard time comprehending it. So I was just like, all right, for me to understand this and need to know where everybody's at and where the gaps are, that kind of thing. So I went ahead and switched everything into Central Time for me, and then I was able to get a better visual of where everybody is and when and that kind of thing. I don't think so. I don't think so, Deborah. It has too many leaves. I think if it had one less leaf, it could be a little sus, but no, I think it's got too many leaves. That is true, Evelyn. That is very true. We could do non-Johanna. Definitely. I've got them parked right there on my bookshelf. Little place of honor over there. Hi, Amira. Well, yeah, so I'm gonna double check, and there's a few people I need a message to make sure that I'm not overstepping any bounds or anything. But yeah, I think that will be the plan. Starting the 22nd, we'll stream every day early in the morning. That means that for that week, we won't be doing night streams just because that would be a bit much. And then after that, we'll be back to our regular schedule with Wednesday starting a little bit later. And then every Saturday morning at 8 a.m., I will be uploading the Let's Talk episodes. So lots of cool stuff to come in the future. If you have it in CST saved, could you send it to me? Absolutely, Shannon. Steve, can you remind me after stream to send Shannon my CST version?
Yep.
Thank you. All right, good, because my memory is awful. Steve will remind me. Has agreed to do a video on how to use the schedule. Oh, for me, I thought talking would help. Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, and once I took a minute to look at it, like, it made sense. My problem is I just don't know the conversions, and to be perfectly honest, I am awful with military time. While I've been putting, sorry, I'm getting a sip of tea too. While I've been putting together the Harry Potter a-thon too, I kept double checking because military time makes sense when you're doing so many different time zones, but I definitely had to check with Steve. I was like, 1400 is 2 o'clock, right? On the one that I did, yeah. So I didn't take into account like the occasional streamers or anybody that hasn't been streaming recently on it, mostly because I only needed to know it for next week. So it was only relevant for next week. So if you're an occasional, just random, except for Evelyn, since Evelyn said she's going to be doing Saturdays, I put Evelyn on it because she's doing hers regularly now too. So I only took into account regular time streamers. Well, but see, I thought about that, Sarah, but I've already had her on the channel. But what might be good is if when her new book comes out, the new one in October, maybe I can plan one for that time or sometime after that. But I've had her on the channel, I don't know, how long ago was that, Steve? A few months ago?
Who?
Johanna, when I had her on the stream.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 4 months ago. It was before Worlds of Wonder came out, right?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, so yeah, it was a few months ago. Yes, I saw that one. That one's real good too. Yeah, Angie is a whiz with time zones, man. If it wasn't for her, my Harry Potter schedule would have just imploded. Angie's amazing. Yeah, she's got everybody. And if for some Yeah, around Worlds of Wonder, exactly. And if for some reason, if anybody's wondering what schedule we're talking about, it's in our Discard group. There's a whole channel dedicated to streamer schedules. You can type in !Discord, or the link is in the description below. The wonderful, wonderful Angie, who is our time zone wizard, she put together a massive master list of all the streamers, regular streamers, streamers of note, sometimes streamers, like she got everybody on there. So if you go on there, and also if you are a streamer and you're like, hey, why aren't I on there? Well, it's hard to keep up with everybody, so please don't take it personally. But if you would like to be on the schedule so that everybody can see you're a streamer, you can drop a message to Angie or put it in general chat or something, and then we can get you added on it. She is a wizard a lot, right? I'm not sure. I haven't looked at Sammy's recently, but to be perfectly honest, if Sammy hasn't updated it recently, it's probably not accurate, because we've had a lot of people kind of, you know, it's like Corey had like started streaming a couple months ago, and now we have Evelyn streaming. So I'm not sure if it's been updated recently. To my knowledge, Angie's is the most current and accurate. Words are hard. Current and accurate one. Hi, Mandy. All right, number 4 now. Okay, got our little circle. So these are all going to be a little bit darker, and then they'll be lightened on here. And if I feel like I want to lighten them more later, I'll just use a white Prismacolor to kind of go over them. Words are so hard. And I find too that if my mouth is a little dry, I trip over words so much more. I'm good, Mandy. How are you? Let's face facts. Without Angie scheduling events, would be a nightmare. Without Angie, some of us would be lost. That is so the truth, Evelyn. Angie is awesome. All right, number 4. Read some hypes in chat for Angie. Exclamation point hype, or use those handy dandy emotes. But yeah, so it was just nice to visually check everything. So lots of new things coming up. Now, keep in mind, if in the event we find the Harry Potter color, so Marie, I haven't posted the schedule for that yet, but the Harry Potter Colorathon is going to be in October. When it gets a little bit closer, I have a few people that are looking at their schedules, and we have just 1 or 2 more slots available. And once it's full and I know the schedule is set, then I will share it with everyone. But for now, you can go ahead and mark it on your calendar that the Harry Potter Colorathon is going to be October 15th through the 17th. It's going to be awesome. We've got a great lineup. Even Vicky is going to open it for us. She's amazing. If anybody doesn't know, Vicky is the one who originally came up with the Harry Potter Colorathon, but she has recently had a wonderful, adorable baby. But after speaking with her and everything, super excited because she is going to open the stream for us. So it's just going to be amazing. The Harry Potter Colorathon was so much fun before. People were asking when the next one was going to be and everything, but we've got it all worked out, and it's going to be super, super fun. So, yeah, I will announce when I've released the schedule, and honestly, you'll probably find it regularly in Discord. So if you're not part of Discord, like I said, the link is in the description below, and you know, it helps to keep up on things, but also it's a great place to keep the conversation going when there's nobody live. We have a whole section for self-promo. We have a whole section, just all kinds of things. So it's a great place to just kind of hang out, post pictures of your pets and your food stuffs. We even have some nerdy channels. Right, Sarah? It'll be awesome. It'll be so awesome. Thanks, Angie. But yes, so... Oh, sorry, repositioning on the chair. All right, so now we're going to use number 35. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Okay, 35. An enabler's dream, right? Especially when I'm trying to reason with Corey's husband about how logically, basically, the ice maker was free. My math is wonderful. She is so good with events. So good. I was a little intimidated at first, but like I said, once Angie helped me figure out the schedule and everything, and once we got people all in their slots, like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. I mean, I assume we'll have to make some some changes when it gets a little bit closer, versus, people are sick or things come up or whatever else. But, we're flexible. We go with the flow. So I am just overlapping all of these. These ones that aren't behind the bottles, like I said, are getting a little bit darker. And then once we have all of our bubbles on, then we will go ahead and color the rest of the bottles and the flowers and everything. I don't know that I would call this like a bokeh background. It's not quite like that. I would refer to them more as bubbles than anything else. All right, let's do purple in this one. Deborah. Yeah, I got my 2 babies. We're all done now. All right, now number 62. So this outside part's going to be a little bit darker. Oh man, and twins run in my family. They do. My sister actually has a pair of twins. But I got 2. Got my boy, I got my girl. I always wanted one of each, so I'm good. Feel like I have a sneeze coming, but it might disappear. We'll see. Maybe. Right. Muted just in time. Hi, Amira. I'm using the, I call it a circle maker. I think that's technically the name for it. You can type in ! circle maker in chat, all one word, and the link will pop up there. Do I have it in the description? I couldn't remember if I did or not. Oh gosh, Deborah, yeah. Steve, if you had to choose a puppy or twins?
Puppy.
Steve chooses puppy. To be fair, though, I mean, we have both decided that we're done having kids, so that one's probably a pretty obvious answer. I mean, if you had asked me at the beginning, I don't know, I might have still, when I had my first, I was so nervous about everything. I probably would have said puppy versus twins, but after I had her, I was so much more chill with our second, so I'd probably be okay with twins. I mean, of course I would. You have twins, you're okay with them. It's not like you can change it. Oh yeah, it's so handy, Amira. So handy. Okay, number 25. So this bubble is entirely in the bottle, so we're gonna go pretty light all the way around with this one. And those of you who've been around, you've probably seen me use this technique a few times. We actually used it on our very first page that we colored on stream. I want to say it was from World of Flowers. It was a shelf one. I believe we were coloring the snail. It was like, it had all the different faces. It was the one where my blue Wink of Stella pen kind of exploded, or I used the wrong one. I can't remember. We salvaged it though. We did. We salvaged it. I'm an oops kid. Oops kids are the best. Oh gosh. Yeah, that would be a surprise for sure. For now though, maybe a hamster in the future, and then, maybe after we buy a house, a dog down the road, but I think we're pretty set right now. All right, now we're gonna use the blue number 30. Ooh, slightly out of frame, I apologize. Let's move that over here. Okay, so blue number 30. We've got, the bubble is partly in both, but we have some little space in between, so that part is gonna be the darkest. Okay, so we're gonna do that part first, kind of map that out a little bit. I'm also trying to kind of balance them, so I'm not putting the exact same colors right next to each other. This part's going to be a little light because technically the outside of it would be here, which is where the darkest would be. So we'll make sure it's nice and dark on that edge. Let's see, I think 95% of everyone between 1955 and 79 are oops kids. I had 3 kids and a few days later had an oops, only it was natural triplets. Almost went full term. All 3 of them came out. It was crazy. I called them her 6-pack. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Heck of an oops. All right, so we're just gonna go nice and light here. Who am I kidding? Get a bunch done tonight. I'm gonna spend all night doing the bubbles. No, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, so let's move on over. Let's do an orange right here. Right, yeah, I can imagine. All right, so number 4 now. And honestly, this technique will really work with any of your pages. You can just use larger circles, or even if you don't have the circle maker and you want to cover a bigger space, you can go ahead and cut out circles on a paper, like I mentioned. Just something so that really any kind of stencil will work, and it helps you cover it. I mean, like I said, or you can freehand your circles. If you want them all to be the same, though, I highly recommend at least cutting it out on a piece of paper. You can use like an X-Acto knife. They have circle cutters, which are really nice. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit darker right here. Lighter there, and dark here. Catherine, look at you just sneaking in here. My first, second, and last are all oopsies. My third hoop, while planned, was that was fast after deciding to try for one. Oh gosh, Catherine, thank you. Can we get some hypes in chat for Catherine? Exclamation point hype. And those handy dandy hype emotes. Thank you for that, Catherine. Oh my goodness. Just popping in here with that. Yeah, that's the way our second one was. It did not take long to get pregnant with him. But to be fair, my sisters and I have all succeeded when we have decided. Thank you so much for that, Catherine. You're amazing. I appreciate you. All right, so that's a nice light orange there. Let's add a little bit more orange just in the middle there. Okay, like I said, make it darker on the ones that are outside the bottles. That way it makes so much more of a difference when you see the ones inside the bottles. Okay, let's do teal here. Camera fun! I appreciate that. Yeah, hopefully we'll get that sooner rather than later. It's gonna take a little bit for it, but I think that when we get it, it's gonna be so worth it. It's gonna have 4K shooting. It's so nice. The camera that I'm using right now, this one right here, it's the Canon Rebel T3i. It's from my photographer days, but this camera was the first camera in that series to have video capability. So I can imagine that what they have now, they just recently came out with the T8i, which is the one that I am eyeballing. That's got 4K video, like everything. It's gonna be real nice. I'm excited. All right, a little bit darker here, which is crazy because this camera came out like a decade ago, but I've shot a lot of things with this camera. I actually even got, I was photographing a rugby game and I submitted it to a photo contest. I forget the name of the magazine, but I actually got like honorable mention or something, and I won a tiny little point and shoot camera for it. But The funny thing is so the picture of the rugby game, these girls, I had got them right as they were running by, but it was for Halloween, and so their faces were painted. Like they had all kind of painted their faces kind of like a gray, because they were, I don't know if they were supposed to be zombies or whatever, but honestly it looked more like dirt than anything else. And so the picture where they're running by, I think that it really stood out because they just look terrifying, because they're like yelling as they're running down the field, but their faces are all like are all painted. But it won, and it was great. And I got a couple copies of the magazine, and I saved that. I've got a whole box from like newspapers and stuff, because I was photo editor for a newspaper for a while, so I saved a lot of my photos from the newspaper too. But this camera has shot a lot of stuff. many baby portraits, many sports events, everything. That was a whole other time in my life. Thanks for that, Terralyn. All right, number 25. In fact, and I think I've told this story before, but this particular camera has actually survived a fair amount. I was photographing a Dia de los Muertos event. Again, those of you who have been around, you'll probably have heard the story. But I was photographing a Dia de los Muertos event, which means it was this walk around the local college campus. It was supposed to be silent. You know, everybody's kind of, respectful, and it's just, they've got their Dia de los Muertos masks, and it's just supposed to be this silent, respectful thing. Well, to get a good picture of it, I needed to be in front of the kind of procession. And so, I'd run up to the front, and keep in mind, it's like dusk, so I'm having to hold really still because a flash would just kind of make the image look a little cheap. So I had to have a wide aperture so that I could capture as much light as possible. So basically, I had to hold as still as possible to make sure that this picture wasn't too shaky or blurry. Oh, fun, Deborah. And so I'm running along trying to keep up. I'd stand at the front of the procession, and then, I take my pictures. Then, of course, by that time, they've walked up, so then I have to run back up and catch up again. And so I'm basically doing this back and forth thing. And so I'm running through campus, and I've got my camera in hand, and I'm like looking at the picture. Keep in mind, do not run in the dark with your camera, not looking where you're going. So I'm running along, I'm looking at the picture, and I just plow right into a bike rack, and I flip over. My camera hits the ground first, and not only am I like, oh God, my camera, I'm thoroughly embarrassed because it is dead flippin' silent, and you just hear this massive me crash all over the sidewalk, flipping over the bike rack. My backpack goes flying, and I'm just like, of course, guys, jump out of the line to come help me up, and I am just like thoroughly embarrassed. And you want to know what's amazing? My camera survived. It only had like a tiny little scratch on the front of the lens. Like, I don't know how it survived. I do not know how, but I was so embarrassed. And then here's the awful part. So I'm of course like, okay, this photo shoot is done. And I just, I get up and I go because I'm just embarrassed and I just want to get out of there. And so, I'm walking home, and I'm calling Steve, because I'm just like, because we lived close by. So I was walking home, and I call Steve, and I was just like all upset and embarrassed and everything. And as I'm talking to him, because I'm distracted while on the phone with him, I trip off the curb. Now, granted, my camera didn't fall again, but I tripped and I fall in the mud, and Steve's on the phone with me. I drop my phone, and he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, I just need to get home. It was not a good. Has anybody noticed that I'm mildly clumsy? Mildly? I mean, the amount of times, like, I'm the kind of person that when she's pregnant and she's walking across the room and accidentally kicks a pumpkin, the pumpkin somehow jabs into my foot, and I have to go to the emergency room and have it surgically removed. Like, this is me. This is who I am. Amazingly, nothing but a couple scrapes and bumps and bruises. I think my pride was hurt more than anything else. I almost fell photographing a wedding. My shoe got stuck in my pant leg, Shannon. Oh Oh my gosh. Oh, I am just ridiculously clumsy. Like, it is not even funny. I mean, again, I've told probably this one before too, but 4 hours after I found out I was pregnant, I was just like, you know, over the moon and distracted, and I was on my way to work, and there's just this tiny, you know, 1 foot length, 4 foot wide patch of mud. And because I'm off on cloud 9, because I just found out I'm pregnant, I hadn't told Steve yet, I slip in this patch of mud, fall on the sidewalk, and I break my ankle. Like, I fractured my ankle. I do have a fluid relationship with it. It's in the church with the bride coming down the aisle. Oh no, Shannon. And so, like, I fall and I hear something snap, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I try to call Steve, but Steve was in class at the time, and so he couldn't answer his phone. And I didn't know. You know, in hindsight, I could have called one of my friends and she would have come and picked me up and taken me to the emergency room. But all I knew is I couldn't get a hold of Steve. I'm lying on the sidewalk. I can't get up. Just found out I'm pregnant and it starts raining. So I ended up getting taken to the hospital in an ambulance. I finally got a hold of one of Steve's friends who was in the class with him. So Steve, you know, just leaves the class, leaves his stuff, come to the emergency room, and the emergency room is where I told Steve that I was pregnant with our first kid. I said, don't mind me, right? What more can you do in that situation? Can't pick fights with concrete. You'll win every time. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, because I had taken a picture of the pregnancy test, and so it's like we're in there, I'm in tears, covered in rain and mud, and the guy's like getting ready to set my ankle, and here I am telling Steve that we're pregnant. Most expensive pregnancy reveal ever, right? Makes for a great story though. You'll never forget it. That is true. I will not forget it. I also won't forget the ambulance bill that came afterwards and totally ate up our tax return that year. For those of you not in the US, ambulance rides are incredibly expensive. I will tell you though, I called my boss that day telling him I wouldn't come into work. And when he asked why, I said, well, I'm in the back of an ambulance. And he said, good enough. How'd Steve react with the revelation? I think Steve was kind of numb just because it was so chaotic at the time. I mean, we're in the ER and everything. I remember he was excited and happy, and then he held my hand while the guy snapped my foot back into place. And it was terrible too, but because I was pregnant, so we didn't tell anybody right away because it was so early. And so nobody knew that I was pregnant. And so I couldn't take anything other than Tylenol for my ankle. I couldn't take any, you know, aspirin or Motrin or really anything stronger. And so like, oh, just take some ibuprofen, you'll be good. I'm like, hey, okay. Meanwhile, I'm here with my bottle of Tylenol, just praying that the swelling will go down. It's a heck of a story, man. I am so accident prone. Like, it's not even funny. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've hit my toe on a wall and fractured that and had to be on crutches. And while I was on crutches the same week, I broke my glasses. So I was like blind and my toe was broken. And it was just, yeah. Really hoping my kids don't get my grace. Oh gosh, it was, yeah. I don't know, Steve, do you recall your side of that story? Or is it all pretty fuzzy?
No, that's pretty much it.
Oh man alive. All right, number 30. We're gonna do the blue. At some point we'll finish this background. It's no wonder this page has taken us a while. I mean, there's a lot of little parts to it. I have a new set. I do. I just use mine up until they're just so super teeny tiny. Because see, even if I wanted to glue it on the end of these are like kind of rounded. These are very well loved pencils for sure. But yeah, I mean, my red, my yellow, my dark blue, I mean, they're all itty bitty, but I don't go through them super fast. I mean, I've had that yellow for like ages, but yeah, I just wait until I can't use them anymore because I love them so much, and you can't get them open stock. So I have extra spare cases, and as one color, like, you know, disappears, I'll grab just that one color out of the case. But yeah. All right, now we're gonna grab our orange, which is number 4. They're well-loved pencils for sure. About an hour, you have an hour to go. I think your pipe dream of finishing this Wednesday is out the door. I know, right? I'm almost wondering if I should finish some off stream, because also when I put on the thing, it's like, oh, this is part 6. It's like, my God, how long is this page gonna take? At some point, I think people start to lose interest of like, oh, I guess she's coloring that page again. So yeah, at some point I may just have to finish. We'll see, we'll get as far as we can by Wednesday, and then, you know, I might have to finish the rest off stream. They are. It's kind of like the Loomies. Like, even though I've got a ridiculous amount of like teeny tiny short white ones, I can't bring myself to throw them away. Like, it's like, these are expensive pencils. I'm just gonna. I have a wind chime started that I've been slowly working on. I have a wind chime sticker also that was made kind of because of that. But yeah. We're slowly making it through. All right, so we have purple, blue, orange, pink, teal. Let's do a purple in this corner. So like right here. Okay. There we go. Oop. All right, so nice light purple here. And then darker here. And then I think we'll go with pink here and then blue here. And then I think that will be the end of this background. And then we'll do the bottles and stuff. Aw, thanks, Tracy. Yeah, like, I've tried bokeh backgrounds before and I've done them, but honestly, they stress me out a little bit because it's like all of the blending in between. I've done them. And I can do them, but I enjoy doing this kind of background much more than I enjoy the bokeh background. If you can do the bokeh background, it looks really nice. It does, but I don't want to do something if it stresses me out, you know? Thanks, Kenny. All right, now number 25. There we go. So this one gets a darker edge than the inside. Okay, and then a light inside here. Okay, a little bit darker on that edge. Okay, and then let's do stickers and gel sticks. I like it. I like it. Let me get a sip real quick. Okay, and then let's do our light blue here. So what was it, number 30? That's 37. That's not the right one. We want 30. Okay, so this one is going to be all fairly light because it's within the bottle. Okay. Yeah, don't need to do much to that one. I suppose if we really wanted to, we could add a little bit of orange down here in the corner, just like right here. There we go. All right. Thanks, Kenny. My pink Johanna horse. I love it. Okay, so let's turn that down a little bit. That's a little bit more accurate to how it is. There we go. All right, so then let's do the inside of the bottles here. What I want to do is we're going to take a little bit of 37 and we're just going to do a little bit of blue on the edge of the bottle here. We're going to be whiting out the edge of the bottle since we're clearly making it see-through. And like I said, if you wanted to, you can use a little bit of white on these particular bubbles if you wanted to make it even more light and kind of a fog effect. So we can take, let's sharpen this. I'm just using the little handheld sharpener for this one. I'm gonna make this brighter here so I'm not casting too much of a shadow here. All right, so let's take a white. And this is just gonna lighten it up even more. Or just kind of like smooth it more than anything. Because it does kind of burnish the color at the same time. But it all around will make it smoother than the bubbles on the outside of the bottle. I'm just trying not to go over the black lines on the plants on the inside too much. I suppose technically you could do the same thing to the plants and stuff on the inside because technically those are behind the glass too. But I don't want to make it kind of muddy. So I'm just going to do it to these ones. There we go. Ergosoft is single stock from Colt Pens. Oh, nice. Yeah, but Colt Pens is UK based, right? Do they ship around the world? Do you have to pay international shipping for Colt Pens? Because if you don't, it might be worth stocking up. What are they individually on Colt Pens? I know that Color with Claire really likes Colt Pens. She does a lot with them. I wonder how that works. Like, do they just buy tons of tins of these and then they just sell them open stock like that? I know I'm shaking the table a lot, I apologize. I'll look up a chat here in just a second. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Shipping was cheap, $1.93. Oh, that's not too bad at all. Oh, shipping was cheap, $1.93 per. Gotcha. They have free shipping after a certain amount. Oh, okay. Yeah, because that'd be the one thing. It's just like, okay, because the Ergosofts aren't all that expensive, so I have to balance out, like, would I just be better off buying a whole other set, you know? All right, let's just grab some greens and start coloring in these leaves. So we're gonna grab number 5 and number 50. I suppose like I do it like maybe how I do Blick, because I always save Blick for when I know I need to get a bunch of them, so that way I can, you know, make the purchase worth it. Okay, so number 5 is this first one. Yeah, I know it's teeny tiny. Like I said, it's a well-loved set for sure. And then all of these like little sparkles here, we're gonna do those with gel pen. Okay, same thing with this one. I believe these are the same plant. And then number 50. It does not take long to get free shipping. Yeah, I can imagine. What is it like? You have to spend like 50 or is it like 45? It's usually what they are about. I think I saw one time where it was like 35. Okay, use number 5 again. Just filling in this little space. Okay, and then 50. Okay, then we got these little flowers. We're gonna do these in pink. And then we're gonna do number 20. Now it's a teeny tiny space. There we go. Let's grab our number 10 yellow. Give this a quick sharpen. See, my thing, when I stop using them, it's when I can no longer sharpen them in the handheld sharpener. When they are too small for me to grip to turn, then they are officially too small for me to use. Spend $130 to get free shipping from Colt Pens. Yeah, that would be a bit much for me to spend on individual Ergosoft, so might as well just get a whole other set. I wish more companies offered open stock for their pencils, though. I know that with Black Widows, that was number 20 again, and now we're using number 10. I know with Black Widows, I think you can message Albert for like open stock. All right, so I assume that this is like some sort of like dirt in the bottle. That's the sense that I get. I use them the most, yeah, for sure. 2 sets of pencils, it was over 170 bucks. Which pencils did you get? Number 76. There we go. Okay, I kind of did like a little, not a scratchy thing, but a kind of like little circly thing, because if it's supposed to be dirt, I don't want it super smooth. So now we're gonna grab number, oh, Marie, that's cool. Share a picture when you're done with that. That would be amazing. All right, number 49. Fill that in there. Okay, we're gonna use our 76 one more time. Get a little darker. There we go. Hey, so I am curious. Obviously, I'm in the streaming community quite a bit, but I would like to know, who are your favorite uploaders? Obviously, Karen Valentine, she's amazing. But do me a favor and list your favorite uploaders who don't stream regularly but do uploading coloring videos, and then I'll go back through after stream and take a look at everybody that you've listed, because I'm like, because part of when I did the Harry Potter color-a-thon is I've got some people on the list that don't normally do these, and I'm just like, man, I'd really like to, you know, because like I discovered Corey recently, but she's been doing this for a little bit, and I was like, holy heck, how have I been missing out on this? So I'm just curious how many other people I have missed. So if you have a favorite uploader that just is, you know, uploading coloring videos, put them in chat. I want to take a look at them. Okay, number 10. The yellow here for the grass. Okay, and then we're gonna do the cork, and then we'll do the gel pen bits and the white here, because we're going from left to right, so I shouldn't be bumping it at all. So let's do the cork. So we're gonna use number, Sherry, wait, what? I'm curious who everybody's favorite uploaders are, YouTube uploaders for like coloring videos and everything. So if you have a favorite, pop them in chat, because I am curious who else I have missed. Oh, May. Okay, yeah, I've seen her name. All right, 63. A little bit of blue on that. There we go. Over 90. Okay, Karen Valentine. Yep, definitely have heard of her. 76 now. Because I feel like there's a whole other like community I am not nearly as familiar with as I should be for people that upload versus stream. Zucchini Kitty, definitely. Yep. Go. Just brown right across the top. Go down the side. And then I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of kind of scraggly bit here because it's a cork, so it's supposed to look a little bit scraggly. And I'm doing a little bit of brown through the glass because it is glass, so it'll show through. Rachel Henderson, yes, I have seen her name around. I don't think I've watched any of her videos, but yeah, I've seen her name around. Then when I test my own videos, I'll do a Google search. Google search. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Aw, thanks, Joanna, and hi. No, that's fair amount. Frugal Crafter, yes, I just heard about her the other day. She's got a pretty big size channel, right? All right, and then 16. Okay, 76 again. If I had more selection in colors, I probably wouldn't do as yellow of a brown, but it works for this. All right, let's grab this one here. Zucchini Kitty, yeah, definitely. Aw, awesome, Sherry. Bonnie Snowden, I've never heard of her. Oh, absolutely, Sarah Clark. Yep, I loved her live the other day. Bonnie Snowden, I've never even seen that name. What does she, who does she usually color? Is she like variety, or what does she like to do? Yes, Distress ink. I have heard many, many good things about her Distress ink. All right, I was just trying to get that scribbly here. All right, we're gonna go on the edge with the bottle. I mean, obviously Chris Chang too, but she's been around for quite a while. Super talented. Tammy! Hi, Tammy. My Colorful Country Life. Yes, I think I follow her. Fantastic tips on animals. Good to know. Come on, Jail Pen. Do what I need you to do. Bonnie's Everything's telling me how to draw dogs and horses. Oh my gosh, how have I not heard it? I mean, because a lot of them, like I've seen or heard their names like maybe once or twice, but I just straight up haven't even heard of her. Is she a pretty large size channel? And obviously Color with Claire. Know that one. She actually just hit 50,000 subscribers the other day. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, and then we're gonna do white across the top here. My gel pens are so finicky, at least the white ones. 16K, yeah, that's pretty good. My next challenge with the Belinda, I don't know, but this Saturday over on Tammy's channel, there's going to be 4 of us coloring with our non-dominant hands. So I'll be coloring with my lefty. It's going to be hilarious. So Tammy's channel, 4 p.m. US Central Time, 9 p.m. UCT. And then before that, earlier in the day, like at 10 a.m., I'm gonna be over on Suzanne's Insta Live. But yeah, you wanna see another challenge video, head over to Tammy's on Saturday. I need all the Harry Potter streams and super newbie beginner friendly. There you go, Hams. All right, we're gonna grab 63 again. I want to just add this little bit of blue on the bottle again. There we go. If we really wanted to, we could put a little bit of blue on the edge here. There we go. Just a tiny bit. outline it, but more subtly, you know? Let's see. 4 East Coast. Let's see. No, so 4 p.m. Central Time. It would be 5 p.m. East Coast. Aw, thanks, Marie. Yeah, 5 p.m. East Coast is what it'll be. So 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 3 p.m. Mountain Time, 4 p.m. Central Time, and 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so now let's grab, which one? Oh, do I want to do a subtle pink or bright pink? Let's do subtle pink, subtle pink. So let's grab our Sleechy pink and blue, ooh, no, green. Let's do green. Okay, so let's do this one. These are the Sleechy metallic gel pens. In the little pink color. There we go. We're gonna do some green. Well, Marie, you are, what's your time zone, Marie? Okay, those were all the little dots that she had in the bottle. Let's darken that a little bit. That's a bit more realistic for what it is. Only broke one nail, oh no! And then, oops, bumped the mic, sorry about that. I'm gonna grab my gold Sparkle Pop and I'm gonna add a few more of my own. This gold is so, so sparkly, I love it. Don't be afraid to add your own embellishments, especially when you've got these little like kind of magical sparkly bottles. There we go. So pretty. So then when you grab like this, especially for the Sparkle Pop, can you see kind of shininess? It's so pretty. Gosh, you're right, Ev. Who am I kidding? It's 9:51. I'm so slow. Oh, gosh. I try to go faster, but who am I kidding? I knew this one was going to take me a little bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab, actually, let's go ahead and do these. So let's do pink for these baubles here. So let's grab number 20. I'm actually just gonna lightly fill it in completely. Then we're gonna grab our darker pink and add a little bit of darkness to like the left side. I don't want to do the pink and yellow again. Aw, thanks, Yams. I know, I tried so hard to get it done quicker. I mean, this is like part 6 already. But it has like so many different parts. So it's not just like, oh, we did half the house, I'll do the rest of the half to the house. Everything is different on here. And it's so little, it's misleading because you think, oh, it's a small space, it won't take me that long to get it. But when in reality, the whole page is filled. So it's just like, well, we got a bit to do on here. Oh, you're in Sydney. Okay, so it's well, I mean, it's 9 UTC, but just keep an eye on Tammy's channel. Go subscribe to her, turn on the notifications so you'll see it. You'll see it. Now she's gonna build a cage so she can trap me in Australia. I love it. All right, so number 61. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to Tammy, you should. It's gonna be super fun this weekend. Thank you, Lisa. You got it, Evelyn. You aren't leaving. Ah, okay, perfect. Thank you, Angie. See, Angie is our time zone queen. Time zone queen. You guys are in the future. How's Monday looking? Any major disasters? All right, now let's grab number, there you go. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. Yes, that is Tammy's channel right there. Exclamation point ant butt. There's a story with that one. Follow Tammy, subscribe to Tammy, turn on your notifications to Tammy. It's gonna be fun this weekend. Oh, yay, Tammy. That is true, Angie. That is true. All right, so number 11 now. We're gonna do these little flowers yellow. Oop. Clickety click. No one saw that. There we go. All right, and then we're gonna grab number 1. Just do a little bit here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. My Fair Lady is probably copyright. All right, and then number 10. There we go. I would assume My Fair Lady music is copyright. How do you salvage a background when it looks like your marker's just kind of barfed on the paper? A black background. Well, it's midnight in Brazil. Well, thank you for being here, Mari. All right, let's do number... Yeah, black acrylic paint. Oh, Sarah. 38, but yeah, it's the, it's after he gives, Henry Higgins gives him money and he assumes that he, no, when is that? When is that song? Anyway, it's Eliza Doolittle's dad that's singing it. Do you have any videos for sorting pencils by family? I got the Arteza 120, but I don't like the tin suggestion. I don't have any for sorting family. I do have a color chart for that, number 56. I know that Color with Claire has some family, like by family color ones. Let's see, 38. You know what? So one of the other, so I have the first 6 episode plan for the Let's Talk segments. And one of them is going to be, so I know we've done, using number 50 by the way, I know we've done a color theory stream, but this is going to be a more condensed version of it. So one of the episodes is going to be, it's like probably a 20-minute episode, honestly, if I'm going to do condensed, of color theory. And so that one is coming up. All right, this bottom part here, I'm going to do this so that it's like a solid bottom. So let's do purple. Yes, color wheels are immensely helpful. Absolutely. Yeah, by family for Prisma and Poly. Okay, so now number 6. But yeah, so maybe when I do the color theory episode, we can talk a little bit about color families. I will make a mental note of it. Actually, Steve, can you grab that dry erase marker next to you and write color families next to the color theory episode? Thank you. Ah, thanks, Shannon. Yes, for the color charts, they're on my website. It's Shannon just put the link up there. You can click that and go to the download section, or just go directly to emilyillustrator.com/downloads. Oh, awesome, Sherry. Oh, nice, Joanna. All right, we're going to grab number 6 again. I'm really excited for the episodes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, I have some people that comment and they really don't like all of the talking and everything, which is why I've started putting in the description that these are color and chats. But I'm excited to do something a little bit different so that there's kind of like something for everyone, you know? Yeah, no problem, ma'ams. All right, so now we're going to use number 63. Do another little bit of a blue here. There we go. Just watching the 520 brute runners and wondering how to put them in better order. I don't have those. And from everyone that I've talked to, because I have the other brutes, I have the squares. From everyone I've talked to, 520. So I'm interested in the 520. So I'm using number 30 solely for the fact that it's 520 colors. Like, surely there has to be some that's so similar. I mean, there's 150 Prismacolors, there's 144 Black Widows, for now at least. He's coming out with a new one. So I'm more curious about it solely for the amount of colors that are in it. But from everything I've heard, if you have the squares, use the squares and not the 520. That's true, Sherry. I like some of the longer videos to throw on at the gym. Oh yeah, for sure. Well, and see, that'll be the nice thing. We'll have the live streams, we'll have the uploads. There'll be a little bit of something for everyone. Now, keep in mind, I'm not doing these to like make the people that get mad at me for talking happy. Not at all. I'm just excited to do something a little bit different. And I thought about like adding another stream day, but I think streaming 4 times a week might be a little rough. And so if I have the upload, plus if I did, I'd want to stream on the weekends. And our weekends are pretty jam-packed with people that are already streaming. So if I do a nice little small upload Saturday morning, it gives people, you know, the entire weekend to watch it, and they can watch it in between streams or whatever. But it's just that much more flexible, you know? Yes, Joanna, I think it was on, whose stream? It was Lisa Matrakan's stream. They were talking to Albert, and he announced that they, using number 49, that they are coming out with another Black Widow set. I want to say he said in a couple months, but there's no pre-order yet on Amazon or anything, so I don't have a whole lot more information, but there is one coming. I have the squares. There are a lot of very close colors, also arranged in a good shading order already. Oh, that's nice. I had the 520s in my cart and then watched Corey's review and deleted them, right? Oh, right, for the thing. No, that's fair. And I guess coming from that side of it, if she doesn't know who you are or really the community, we're using number 76, I totally get it. Like, I wouldn't mod somebody that I don't know. And, you know, it was her first one. And honestly, with the size of her channel and, you know, she had probably averaged about 200 people in her stream, you're bound to get a few trolls. I mean, you know, we average whatever it is we average, and only on occasion do we get somebody who comes in and spam stuff, but it doesn't happen all that often. So it's not usually something I even think about. Found that the chart that Bruno does fairly easy to get in order and gives a better ability to break it down your order. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, so you're on the fence about the 520 set. Yeah, I figure I've got the brutes, so. Ooh, oh, that's right. That's right. Tammy is going to be on Corey's stream tomorrow. You have some inside info. What did you message? Did you message Albert or? Gonna need a bigger case, right? I think my case holds 150. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, same, Tracy, same. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and use our white. I apologize for the shadow. Oh, come on, you. Work. There we go. So I'm not gonna do, I don't know, do I wanna do, I don't know that I wanna do glass on this base since I've kind of made it a solid base. And then I'm gonna turn this so I can do the lip. I always need a bigger case. I know, right? I just need one massive case that holds all of them with like pages and pages. Great collection, love them. Lisa and Sammy are the ones that kept me wanting the Black Widows. The Black Widows are great. I don't use them as often, and truth be told, like, yes, I'm excited about the new colors, but truth be told, part of the reason I don't use them, they're nice pencils, but I get overwhelmed by the color choices. If somebody told me, hey, you have to choose, you know, Ergosoft or Black Widow, I'd probably choose Ergosoft. Unless, of course, I was coloring a portrait, then I'd probably choose Black Widow, because honestly, Ergosoft doesn't have that great of options when it comes to skin tone. But if it was just a coloring page in general, I would probably choose Ergosoft just because I get so overwhelmed by all the colors. Lisa, this is an Arteza gel pen. It's okay. The only reason I'm using it right now is because I haven't bought any more Posca pens. Generally, I prefer the Poscas for my outlines, but like I said, I don't have any on hand, and I have these ones. One of the reasons I don't like them, and you see how much I struggle to get just a solid white line, but also, I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to redraw it. I did a whole review on these that you can see. Once these dry, if you take your finger and you rub, it rubs right off. It doesn't stay. But as long as you're not, you know, it stays just fine. But preferably, if I had to choose, these are all empty, but again, I can't bring myself to throw them away yet. I have some sort of weird hope that there's a little bit in them. The white Posca pens is what I prefer for white lines, but these will do in a pinch. They went up to 130, the 520 did? Oh gosh, yeah, no, I wouldn't spend 130 on that. Yeah, I agree with you, Tammy. I love the Artesis, I do. Too few frustrates me? Yeah, no, too many makes me just go, that's a lot. All right, we're gonna do, oh, look at that, I smeared the green on those. Okay, I'm gonna show you a little trick that I do to fix smeared gel pen. Okay, so do you guys see the little tails on this one, and this one? Because I smeared it. So I'm gonna take my white, especially because I already have white on it. It's gonna make it even easier. Also, like friends, I hate to throw mine away too, right? So I'm gonna take this white now. Now I have to be careful because it can, especially if it's still pretty wet, it can kind of smooch it around, but it's a lot less noticeable than a big green tail, especially since it's already on blue. Those are the only ones I did? I think so. There we go. I fixed it. That's just a little tricks of the trade. Yeah, no, it's just a little white. And it helps, like I said, if there's white already behind it. There we go. All right, let's use our gold. This is also why I should probably, I know she doesn't have the little things in it, but I really like the kind of little fairy dust kind of things in the jars, so that's why I'm doing them to this one too, and I'll do them to that one also. I'm gonna use the pink Sleechy. I'm adding my own little sparkles, and then we'll use the green, and then we won't smear it, right, Emily? No promises. Very real possibility that I'll smear it. Yeah, that's how I do it. I mean, it depends on how big of a smear it is, but generally, especially if I already have white in the background, I can usually smudge it out so that nobody but me can see it. All right, let's do this one here. So let's grab number 52. Let's see. Could probably zoom in a little bit, lighten it a schmeech. There we go. All right, 52. Yeah, I found it interesting when I was watching Sarah Renee Clark's videos. She was doing the mark art and the neon-y. But the funny thing is up until that night, I hadn't even heard of those before. And I was just like, how is it possible that she's using a set? I mean, because, you know, I hear a lot of coloring pencil chatter, and all of a sudden these were these two budget pencil brands. And I was like, what the heck? I've never even heard of these. What the heck? Let's see, probably cost more to ship them to Australia than the set cost. Yeah, probably. Okay, and then number 56. Yeah, that just sucks so much. Like every time I hear about that, I'm just like, dang, that just, what is it, the oh, what's the name of it? Like the, Steve, what is it when, oh, import cost. See, okay, Steve has the superpower where he doesn't even have to answer me. If I ask him where something is, I'll automatically find it. It was the same thing today. I was doing some work and I couldn't think of the word that I needed to describe what I was doing for work. The word was graphic. I was identifying this piece on this web page, and the word was just gone for me. So I called Steve because I was going to describe it to him, and I was just like, what's this word that you couldn't do? And before I even finished my sentence, I was just like, graphic. And Steve's like, you're welcome. He has this superpower. I just realized this should have been blue. This should have been blue. No, different pencil brands. Check out Renee's channel. Ooh, okay. And that's Renee that's here in chat, right? Yeah, Coloring Corner with Renee. These startups out there, duplicates, yikes, the 180 sets, yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing too is Melissa was saying between the Nione and the Mark Art, they are basically the same pencil, but the Mark Arts were cheaper. So there's just, there's a slight quality difference, but between the two of them, there's really no point in purchasing the more expensive ones. Okay, cool. Number 38. See, I have the set streamers that I watch, and I try to be in their channels. If not, I lurk. But my issue is time. the time I have, just because, you know, I stream and then try to go to my, you know, my select live streams and everything. And then, you know, I've got the kids and I've got Steve and work and there's just not enough hours in the day. I'm going to put number 4 here because I realized this should have been a little bit orange too. Anybody else feel that? There's just not enough hours in the day? I kept calling her Melissa. Oh, I know, Sarah Renee Clark. Yeah, the other day I kept calling her Melissa. I don't know why. I was saying Melissa Clark, but there is a Melissa Clark that is around chat sometimes, and I think that's what was happening in my head. All right, 50. Kept calling her Melissa. Yeah, I fixed it. Somebody commented, like, they're like, we can't find Melissa. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I misspoke. My brain's all a jumble. Yeah, no, that really. 2 times my friend. Yeah, exactly. There's a few that are different names, but the same pencils. Yeah, see, that's Trixie. It's just like, because the Nione are practically, I don't remember. I just remember thinking, wow, that's a big price jump. The 180 sets are the bane of my existence. Okay, let's do number 57. I got a 180 of colors, not bad for the budget. Then on Prime Day, I got a 180 set called Sea Cloud, came up for $19, so I got it exactly the same as the colors. Oh my gosh. See, that's Trixie. That's way Trixie. I would question though, like 180 for $19. Well, I guess if it's a Prime Day deal. I'm gonna say if 180 are regularly priced at $19, like, yeah. Has anybody tried those fancy Crayolas? I forget the name of them. I put them on my wish list because after I was looking at budget pencils, and then I saw those and I was just like, I wonder. But has anybody tried them? Like, how are they different than the regular Crayolas? 3 times or 4 times, right? And so are the brute fingers and the so colored. I've heard that. I've heard that. Now my stash to go to Toys for Tots. Oh no. All right, number 10. Seconds from the same factory. It's possible. I'm not quite sure all of the like legal jargon. Oh, phone's freaking out. There's an Amber Alert. Colors are one of my favorite budgets. How much did the colors run? Let's do blue on these flowers. So number 37. Blue and pink. Maybe we'll do blue and pink. People don't give them enough credit. I've heard of them. It might have been you, Shannon, that I heard of them from. Yes, I have them. They may be a little softer, but not worth the price of mine. It's been around $40, but they go on deal quite a bit. Oh, that's good to know. So something to maybe like put on a wish list to watch to see when the price drops. Because sometimes when things are on your wish list and they go on sale, like isn't Amazon supposed to notify you, or is that something you have to turn on? I don't remember. All right, then we're gonna use 25. I like my colors too. I figure some kid will be so thrilled this Christmas with 180 pencils, right? Oh, my kid would love that. You know what she did though? So my kids get allowances just for doing chores. They earn points, and then when they get a certain amount of points, they get $1. So it's not just like straight up like, oh, hey, here, you get $5 at the end of the week. No. The kids have to physically earn their dollars. But what she did is she saved her money and she bought herself a small set of the Arteza watercolor pencils, and then I had one of my watercolor books that I gave her, and then I'm going to use the white on this flower here. And then recently she really wanted some, because we've always gotten just like little Crayola palettes for watercolors, or like just for watercolor paints, and she really wanted kind of a nicer set, so she got herself, it's like the kids version on Arteza, but she likes them and she shares them with her brother, so you know, I can't complain. But she got herself a set of watercolors too. You like them a lot? Oh, okay, awesome. I personally say they're shuttle art cast-offs for quality because I bought a set of 174 shuttle art just about 2 years ago, and the 180 sets that came out recently are all the same, just a couple more. Oh, a couple more pencils. Interesting. All right, let's see, purple. Yeah, let's do purple for those flowers. Use number 6. I look at how much we did get done for the stream, and I'm just like, why didn't we get more done? But it's just like, coloring takes time. You can't rush. I mean, I suppose if I did one solid color in every spot, then I could go faster. But I suppose the way that I color, it's just going to take time to finish it. Gots to be patient. So I think what we'll do, and I said it earlier, but I'm going to reiterate, is we're going to get as far as we can get on Wednesday, and then I will color the rest off stream, number 25 now. And whoever was following along, I mean, because you've seen how I blend with the Ergosoft, so whoever was following along will be able to see the finished piece, just because, yeah, I guess it's just not practical for me to finish by Wednesday, and I really don't want to be on like part 12 of this, because that just looks ridiculous. May you ask a rando question? Of course, Catherine, ask away. I like rando questions. Number 56. Okay, and there's these little bands on top here. Those are kind of pretty. Let's do like a mild kind of gold maybe. So let's grab 76. Just a little bit there. Okay, then we're gonna grab number 49. And then we're gonna grab number 1. And number 10. Number 10, there we go. There we are. Let's see, I just did a picture with my colors. Now the sea cloud that is going to Toys for Tots looks exactly the same color, same numbers. Hope they are as nice. Oh gosh, yeah. I say the same thing to myself, Emily, like, wow, this is all I did? Like, I'm really slow. You know, the funny thing is I used to be so fast, but I also remember I spent a lot of time coloring, like a lot, like from, you know, beginning of the day to end of the day. And so I guess it's only practical. Did you see you had a favorite Charisma pencil color? So the Charisma colors I know are the Prismacolors, like the original, and they're pretty hard to find. I know that Color with Claire collects them. I don't have any of the Charisma colors myself, but I don't think I had a particular favorite color for the Charisma color. I would say for the old Prismacolors I stocked up on the Deco Orange. Gosh, that Deco Blue color. If I found some Deco Blues of the original Prismacolor, it's like I'd want to use them, but then not, because they just aren't around anymore. So for Charisma color, no, but I think that's mostly because the reality of getting them is so slim. I didn't give it the thought process, because I'm just like, well, the odds of finding a set of Charisma color where I don't have to pay through the teeth, I was like, yeah. So as much as I admire the Charisma colors, they're just sort of out of my head a little bit. Oh wait, what did Evelyn say? Did I miss Evelyn? Evelyn? Oh, you're heading out. Okay, good night, Evelyn. Oh, they're an upgraded Prisma. Sorry, I missed that section a little bit. They don't mush, but they're soft and creamy and nice without crumple. Okay, good night, Evelyn. Thank you so much for being here. You are absolutely wonderful. And Ev, Friday is Steve's stream. Who else did you just say collects them? Color with Claire. Color with Claire. She's been working on building up her stock of Charisma colors. I don't recall where she found them, probably like eBay or elsewhere. But I do know that she's been collecting them. Good night, Ev. Get some sleep, lady. Give Rigsy a snuggle. For sale, Prismacolors have been around since the 30s. Oh, they've been around for ages. Oh gosh, I can't wait. Like, I don't want to give away all the history of it, but I've been doing some history on Staedtler, and man, it goes way back. I can't wait to tell you like all about the stuff that I found about Ergosoft. But yeah, Ergosoft goes way back. But we'll save that for the episode, because if I tell you it all now, I won't have stuff for the episode. But it is really cool how far back they go. Okay. There's a new kid on the block using the name Charisma at the moment. All right, so there's that. So now we're gonna take our number 63. And we're gonna add a little bit of blue on the side here. Same thing here. Okay, and just a little bit there. And put a tiny bit like kind of under the lip, just a little bit. All right, so that's that one. Oh, wait, I want to add some sparkle into it. Yeah, Staedtler's been around for a while. I mean, yeah, Faber-Castell too. The Christmas that are brand new for sale from Japan are not the real Christmas. Oh no, absolutely not. Yeah, Staedtler goes back like way, way far. It was actually kind of cool to discover some of it. I actually emailed Staedtler and I was hoping they would be able to give me some insight as to a bit more of the history, but we shall see if they respond. Okay, that's the green, and then we also need the pink Sleechy. Since the 1700s, yeah. Which is funny because both Staedtler and Faber-Castell are German-based companies originally. So clearly they knew what they were doing there. Okay. Now we're going to turn it on its side because I need to do these leaves. And honestly, just turning it here is going to be a lot easier. This is really bright. We're going to turn that. See, that's a bit more accurate. It's so hard to get exactly how it looks for you all. Like, that's why I like taking the pictures afterwards. All right, so we're going to do number 38. I'll look up in just a second. I want to get all this green down on these leaves. Well, there is a lot of fun stuff coming up in the future. This week we've got the going on other people's streams, and then we've got the events in the next week. It's just going to be, the next month is going to be a lot of fun as far as the stream and the channel is concerned. Cannot wait to show you all. All right, we're gonna put the green right a little bit on this one too. Are we still in frame? Yes, okay. I think I've said it before, but I have Prismas from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and last year. Deborah, that's awesome. I have a few from my early college days, but I don't think I have any from like when I was in high school or anything. All right, now number 50. But I was able to, I found in one of the groups, somebody had mentioned it. It was this little hole-in-the-wall stationery store somewhere in the middle of Colorado, and I was able to call them and they shipped it to me. So I have my small stock of Deco Orange, Steel, and a handful of metallics that they don't make anymore. So those are my little pride and joy Prismacolors. Oh, awesome, Deborah. And then we're gonna use, let's do, because these are kind of like berries, but I'm afraid that if I use red, it might make it stand out too much. Well, I guess we use the red in the background, right? All right, let's do red for the berries. Let's do red here. There we go. Just those few little ones. It's things like that where they're just absolutely too tiny for me to try and even bother trying to put shadow on them. You're just like, you know what? We're just gonna gel pen it. All right, we're gonna do blue ribbon for this top one. So let's grab number 3. We're gonna turn it again. What the black cardboard box? Oh, those ones. Yeah. Tammy, what were those ones that you tried? They were the, Steve, do you remember the name of those ones? That were, I think it was an Australian-based company. They had the black box. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. I can't remember. Right, they do need to make them again. Although, if I had a choice, so we're using number 3, I would rather they run more of their deco colors again. But that's also because I have a love of light colors, like, I don't know, that deco blue is so pretty. If they were to ever pull anything back out again, I'd say the decos for sure. Ah, sounds good, Sherry. Have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. All right, and then number 30. I can't think of the name that company was.
I'm not sure.
$10 from the art strip with clearance stock. Oh, how funny. I'd love Prisma to do a small deco set, right? Can you imagine? Like, what if they just did like an anniversary set where it was like a set of 12 decos? Oh my gosh. Like, I would drop like $100 on that. Well, no, I probably wouldn't. But I would get at least a few sets of it, like easily. And then it would be hard because it's like, oh, it's an anniversary edition. They're never going to run them again. Should I use them? Well, probably. Will I cringe a little when I sharpen one every time as it slowly disappears from my life? Absolutely. Just, you know, tears will be falling down my cheek every time I sharpen them. Right, Deborah? Me too. I don't know if they'd be the same. Well, quality-wise, they wouldn't. If they would, it's mostly like the color factor. Because I mean, let's be honest. It's a pretty well-known fact that Prismacolor quality has gone down over the years. But yeah, if they did an anniversary edition of the decos, I would be all over that. All right, I got a box done tonight. A box. Oh goodness. Okay, so it's obviously no secret how I color flowers and leaves. So I don't think that this one will be one that I do on stream. I think next stream, so Wednesday will be our last night with this one. So I think I want to do this one for sure. I think what we'll work on Wednesday will be this one. Would you guys want me to do, definitely this one. Would you want me to do the watch or the dishes on stream? Good night, Marilyn. That's the question. Definitely not the flowers because that's, you know, pretty easy. We've already done like this bowl here, so that'd be easy enough. So the question be, I'm definitely doing this one, but would you want to see the dishes or the pocket watch on stream? Because it's either gonna be this one, or this one and these three. The watch? That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. So we could do, because I have done, like I did this dish here. So these ones are gonna be done similar to this one. So here's what we'll do. We'll do this box first, then we'll do the pocket watch. And if we happen to have time, then we'll do this smaller set of dishes on the bottom. But then the rest of these three, I will do off stream. And in fact, if I have time, I will color this one, and this one off stream ahead of time so that maybe we can like have a fully finished page then, you know what I mean? So 1, 2, and if we have time, 3, because it's a small one. I think that's a good plan because like I said, I don't want to do part 15 with this. It's going to take me ages. I mean, the page is going to be wonderful when it's done. It's just taking a little bit to get there. All of colored time. Exactly. I mean, honestly, I thought at least we'd like do this one or something, but nope. I had to go bubble background and have it take all night long, but at least it turned out cool. All right, well, let's see. Marie, thank you for your super chat. Pamela, thank you for your super chat. And Catherine, thank you for your super chat. And Evelyn, I know you head to bed, but if you're watching back later, thank you again for your wonderful gift that you said is arriving Wednesday. You are amazing. You are all wonderful, beautiful human beings. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I say this every time, but I mean it, because if it weren't for all of you being here and watching, I'd be sitting here talking to myself and it would not be nearly as much fun. You guys are what make it so that I can stream, and you guys are the reason that I come back every week. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for the pencil talk. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning will probably be a 10 a.m. stream. So just keep an eye on the channel. I'll get it scheduled. Kids are back in school this week. So yeah, we'll probably have a little bit of a later start on Wednesday so we can sleep in just a little bit. Anyway, all right, everyone. Have a wonderful, amazing night. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.